So, I'm hanging out with my friend Adam,
Alright.
and I was messing around with my Xbox, and he saw that I had Halo 2 and was like, ooh, let's play some multiplayer. And I'm like, well, hey, there's an Xbox down at Goodwill. Why don't we go buy that and do System Link? And that's exactly what we did. We went down to Goodwill and bought this puppy. And, of course, needs to be modded. Now, one thing I wanted to note before we got into this is that Goodwill pisses me off with this. Y'all see the tape? I know y'all see the tape. If you're watching the video, you see the tape. It leaves the sticky residue everywhere, and it just makes stuff look and feel nasty. You know, it's a mess, and I mean, I know they're just trying to keep all this crap together when it gets donated, but it's really the stupidest solution. You think they could at least put it in a box or something, or I don't know. I mean, I know it's cheap, but whatever. You can clean it, but it's a pain in the ass to have to clean it, because like the controller's sticky. And nobody likes a sticky controller. And oh god, this is, you should see this, man. This thumbstick is fucked. Oh wow. Yeah, luckily I've got some bigger, old Duke style controllers that we can use when we do get around to playing. You can pick up other ones for cheap, but that is fucked. I mean, I think it still works, but wow.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, you're getting a game console that was probably owned by a child, so stuff is gonna be sticky anyway.
Yeah, or at least some idiots. Mine had a bunch of random games, on game saves that were pretty typical, some sports titles, but the connectors were so screwed up in the back. Well, I need a new video cable. It's like they had it crammed up against the wall like idiots. But there's your video connection. No power cable. We are missing power, but we got the video cable, so woohoo.
How did we miss that?
Too many damn cables together. It's good though. It uses the same kind of power cable as like every stereo on Earth. There it is. Never mind. We have power cable.
We have
Very
power.
good. Line track. Huh?
We do not actually need additional pylons.
We do not need additional pylons. You are right. This Xbox was manufactured in 2004. 3/6/2004 is the manufacture date. If I bothered to decipher the serial number, I could tell you all the stuff about it, but we're going to mod it, so XBMC will give details on exactly when it was made, what production line. Not like anyone cares. It looks to be in pretty good shape, actually better shape than mine is cosmetically, excluding the tape gunk mentioned earlier.
I ain't trading.
A little bit of dust, but otherwise it's in, again, pretty decent shape, so it'll be real nice to clean up and do. But first, we've got to mod it, because what good's it going to do to us without, the mods? So, before we bought the Xbox, I looked on the bottom and saw that it had not been opened before, so it should be a stock system. So the first thing to opening one is to peel off the rubber feet on the bottom.
Without cutting yourself.
Yeah.
Though not necessarily needed. It's generally something you want to avoid.
Yeah. That's what we're going for. The little Torx heads for the screws. So like I said, star bit. I'm zooming in on this one so you can get a detailed look as I pry it open. Go on and just peel. You want to hold on to the feet?
Not really, but why not?
So, no holding on, you're just setting them over to the side.
Yep. Glue side down. I want to ruin your carpet.
Totally. It's already ruined. It's not my carpet. We're renting! Alright. So, then it's just a matter of getting the right Torx bit in and unscrewing it. Which is interesting. These are the silver screws. Mine are black screws. Yeah, these are just a little cosmetic difference. No big deal.
$9.25. That's sterling. And they can be resold, for a nice profit.
You want to keep your console together. The squeak of factory sealed goodness. Mine barely fits together anymore. That new power supply, well, that new power supply I had to get is too fucking big. That's the problem. It because it's a universal power supply, so it has like 3 sets of cables. One's an adapter, and the other 2 actually come out. So one of them has to just be wedged somewhere. And I don't want to cut it because I don't want like loose ends everywhere. And if I get another Xbox, like if I was to buy this one off of you after the fact or something, and I need to swap power supplies for whatever reason, you know. Dude, there's people who have like 10 of these things scattered all through their houses, all modified. There's the 4 outer ones, and there's 2 inner ones. Let me zoom in. You see the little power caution thingy right here? There's one right under that.
Yeah.
And that's how they know you avoided your warranty.
You see the little warning, electricity might kill you. You're going to want to jam right through there.
Yep, just jab it in. And that one's right there. I'm trying to line it up in shot. There we go. Oh wow, the label just tore up. That's nice.
Now you can either be like my friend here and be precise, or you can go my route and just use a hatchet and a hammer.
Yeah, but we don't want to do that.
My route is always quicker, of course.
Yeah, well. Alright, I zoomed out, so I'm trying to get a good spot to... There we go. Just get a little grip and wedge the case off. There we go. And there we have Western Digital. How big are you? Enhanced ID hard drive. I cannot see the size capacity. I think it's an 8 gig. Western Digital 80. Yeah, it's an 8 gig. So it's not a 10 gig hard drive. It is the Philips optical drive though, so that's a difference. This is, you know, I knew this was going to be a later revision because mine's a version 1.0. It's a launch Xbox.
And still functioning.
Yeah. Well, after heavy modding. Because, I mean, it's a completely new hard drive. It's fresh. Like, my friend Brandon, they didn't use it at all for his computer. His computer uses SATA. Go on and undo this so we can...
he's a sadist.
Sure, why not? Go on and get this screw out. These are not magnetic, and I have not purchased magnetic Torx heads yet. Kinda sucks. Okay, and for the 2 screws that are down here and are always a pain in the... Well, actually, no. I'll just remove this for now. And remove that. This one's always a pain. But we can go on and remove this. You know, we didn't even test this thing before we opened it up.
Yeah, that thought did cross my mind.
Yeah, there's a completely different power supply. Heatsink. No real dust in here. This thing is in pretty good shape, all things considered. Nice. Motherboard looks immaculate. I mean, whoever owned it didn't use it much. Considering it was made in 2004, they may have only gotten a year or two's use out of it before the 360 came along, and they may have just went on and upgraded. Hey, I'll trade you optical drives. No. Go on and unscrew these. Because there's a, I do want to check the clock capacitor on it. I want to see if that's destroyed it or not.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The clock capacitor.
Damn. I thought you meant flux.
No, not the flux capacitor. Just the clock capacitor. It's notorious for failing. And the acid eats away at part of the motherboard, eventually destroying the traces and ruining the Xbox in and of itself.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty important thing to check on.
Yeah. So that's part of why I went on and made the decision to open it up now.
I don't see anything from this side.
It's gonna be that one right there.
A little bit of dust.
Yeah. Let me pull this off. And I'm actually using the zoom to investigate, and it looks pretty good. Motherboard is in really good shape. There's the North Bridge that doesn't have its, or there's the GPU, forget which ones were right here. But on mine it has a fan right here. This one just uses the main fan for all the airflow. And there's the power connection. So yeah, version 1.3 to 1.5 model. It's a solid little system, and think this is a whole Pentium 3 computer basically built in. That's what it is.
A computer with restrictions.
Yes and no. Its BIOS is where it's really limited, but we're about to bypass that. I'll go on and get this partially or pretty much reassembled, and we'll hook it up to the TV and see if it's working. So we'll be back in a bit. All right, so time to test it. Got everything hooked up. Turn the TV on. Wait for the TV to come on, because I want to see if this thing throws up anything weird. Power's on. Hard drive whirs away. Was there anything in the optical drive? No.
Again, something probably should have checked early on.
And there goes the Xbox Dash, and it wants the clock cap set. That's fine. Alright, what Dash version are we running anyway? I need to find that out fast. How'd you check that again? System info. Because I need to see what Dash version so I know what version of Endure to make and what the kernel versions are. Kernel version 5713 and 5960, so this is the most recent update, I believe. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. So that means that my copy of Endure should work fine, because we're going to use this old computer to do the mod. So we'll get that wired up and go about it. Okay, just before we started to hook up the hard drive to get ready for the mod, I decided, why don't we look at what the previous owner was playing. So, we go in, 007 Agent Under Fire. Funny, because they could have soft modded this Xbox with that, I believe. A lot of Amped 2 files, tons of them, 34 saves. ATV Quad Power Racing, Bicycle Casino. That was the game. That was the game that was actually at the at Goodwill. The game was there too, so we could have got that.
Why would we want to?
Burnout 3. The person owned it, so the person owned a copy of Burnout 3, Cabela's, Call of Duty Big Red 1, Call of Duty Finest Hour, Crash Bandicoot, NFL, Fusion Frenzy, everyone had San Andreas.
Obligatory.
Gun, so he knew his games. Bunch of Halo saves.
Oh geez.
My Rules, Pimpin'. Oh, it's gonna get cleared out. Look at that name.
No, go back. Was that one? Yeah, My Crib.
Yeah, I think that's like, I think these are like multiplayer rules or something. Let's see. Halo 2, Medal of Honor, Frontline. Good game.
Or
Rising Sun, a game I could not get too into. Midnight Club 2, MVP Baseball, MTV vs. ATV, Namco Museum, NBA Live, Need for Speed Carbon, Freezy Most Wanted, Need for Speed, Tiger Woods PGA Tour, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, Tony Hawk Underground, Wakeboarding Unleashed, and he had soundtracks on here. So, Yo Gotti. Oh man, Yo Gotti, really?
it seems to. It looks like it.
Avenged Sevenfold.
And you can name this crap.
Yeah. I know exactly. Yep. It's Avenged Sevenfold. That's what that is. A7X. I should have known.
So, wait.
THTR.
But that's all copyrighted stuff,
Yeah.
right? You're going to have to blur that.
It's... What?
Oh, yeah, that's catchy.
It's someone's demo disc. Yeah, this was definitely a high school kid. You know it is. It's got all the nuances of being some random. Yeah. Wow, yeah.
Very angsty.
Yeah, well, what's funny is, we got like this. Then random rap. Soldier Boy.
I just want to know where the Raining Men is.
Yeah, where's It's Raining Men? This is silly. Yeah, considering if this Xbox is from anywhere near Memphis, it's definitely was just some high school kid who, because there's hunting games on there, but then there's stuff like Yo Gotti. I mean, random rap mixed in with Cabela's hunting.
Memphis does have that odd mix of the two.
Yeah, well, the thing is, was this Xbox from in Memphis originally? This stuff gets shipped all over. You see all the stuff that comes from random Walmarts, located who knows where.
True enough. And it could have passed hands through multiple owners. Although, given the fact that it is in good condition,
So
probably
no
unlikely.
Xbox Live. Yeah, I mean, if it passed through some, the thing is, a lot of people would probably delete the some of the music and stuff. You'd clear it off. That's not always the case, but it happens. Oh well, time to begin the mod process. You ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, hang on. Let me check if it hadn't somehow been soft modded already. Nope. The button combination doesn't trigger. So, all right. We'll go on and do this.
What was a man from Nantucket? This used to be a joke, but I said fuck it.
All right. So, we got everything hooked up. We've got the recovery tools loading on the computer over here. And what I'm going to have to do is, first off, boot the Xbox. Play some music from the hard drive so that the drive is unlocked. And then I will need to hot swap the IDE cable. And from there, I'll be able to actually conduct the mod, which is going to be the fun part. Okay, it's loading over there. Alright, it is ready to go. So, let me go in, or let me go to music rather than memory. Okay, so that is running. So that's doing that. The tools are ready to go. I'll need to load them at some point. So now here comes the risky part. Move this, get this right here. Something that you're technically not supposed to do and shouldn't be able to do, but the system, the ID specification never forbid it. So it works. First things first, I can't remember which way this is supposed to be.
It's forbidden.
Let me go on and just undo that and get this plugged in real freaking quick. There, it's in. Alright. Did I catch it? Yep. Okay, cool. So now I move the camera over here where there's nothing but glare. Let me fix that real quick. Alright. We've got the beginning of the FATX enabled Live Linux distro. Let's see what I want to do. Xbox HD. To check for the hard disk. Darn it, it didn't unlock properly. Dang, 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 that took a little too long. Alright. We'll try again until we get this connected correctly. Okay, we just cannot seem to get this thing unlocking correctly. The computer just isn't wanting to recognize the drive, so we're going to keep on trying at this, and we'll eventually get something going. This thing's going to get modded. It's just going to take some time. It's being a little stubborn bastard. So we decided to go to, there's the cat, I told her when she'd come in here. Bye, Mimi. So we decided to go and see if a local game place had an Xbox memory card, and we were going to try the soft mod via the buffer exploit and Mech Assault. They had copies of Mech Assault, Splinter Cell, we didn't even look for 007, but no memory card, and I don't got one lying around, so we couldn't do that. So we just said fuck it and bought Halo. As I hit the camera, bought Halo and Halo 2. So he's got copies of that, and he and I can play that way because that's the whole point of this. We wanted to play Halo together. But I'll work on getting this thing modded at some point. You know, the thing that sucks about buying used crap like this is that you gotta delete everyone's old data. All the crappy games that they played. Bicycle Casino. Burnout 3 is good. Cabela's Deer Hunter. What version was that? 2005? Fucking Call of Duty. This'll free up space anyway.
There were some good Call of Duty games. They weren't all bad.
I wasn't complaining on Call of Duty at that point. Sports games, Fusion Frenzy.
Oh, come on, there isn't.
Goodbye, San Andreas. How do you have this many? How do you have this many files all early? They are all early GTA San Andreas saves. It's like that Sonic 3 cartridge I got that had all beginning of level 2.
Well, maybe it was only fun for them up to that point, and then it got boring. I don't know.
3 missions in that they're gonna play it that many times, and all these Halo games. Hey Mimi, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. Rat. How are you? Nah!
And there goes the Halo data, and there goes Halo 2. Medal Honor Frontline. I should get that game again. Medal Honor Frontline was good. I let a guy borrow it, and we stopped being friends during that time.
Which Medal of Honor you said?
Medal Honor Frontline on PS2.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Need for Speed Carbon. So yeah, if you ever get a Xbox from Goodwill or something, be prepared to have about 1,000 crappy saves to delete. The ones on mine stayed there for years, about before I moved over here, and I finally remove them. Hey, whoever owned this Xbox must have been named Chris, because there's a guy Chris Skater 2, unless there's a Chris who's one of the skaters in. I don't know how Tony Hawk 4 saves data.
I think he might have just been using the
One of the stock characters, that would have been that.
Chris Slater.
Okay, because I don't know all the skaters' names. It's been a while. Last Tony Hawk I really played was Tony Hawk 2. There, and I'm deleting the crappy music. Well, I mean, there was some good music. Avenged Sevenfold is good, but I mean, it's one of those things where that stuff would come up when you'd be playing San Andreas or something.
It's also taking up memory, which that one doesn't have a whole lot of.
It's a lot less space than you think. Trust me, you've got plenty of storage. But yeah. Okay, so this puppy's ready for some Halo.
Alright.
Network cable ain't hooked up, but let's just stick the disc in and see what happens. Well, they could have at least given you a disc that wasn't scratched to fucking back. Christ.
Give it a shot. Oh, glorious. This has all been recorded?
Yeah.
Huh. I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Neither was I.
Yeah. Nope, it's running.
Sneaky little bastard, you.
Yeah. Mine loads so much faster because it's running from the hard drive. Oh yeah. There you go.
Turn the volume up. Thank you, man.
So, I mean, we got some Halo. You can play the fuck out of some Halo. Love that music. Okay, so I'm sitting there saying that if this was 10 years ago, this would be cool, but oh well, we're just fuckers living in the past now. And what'd you say, Adam?
I said we only live in the past because that's our budget.
Cheap ass gaming! My thumb wasn't even in there. Oh, crap.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, feel free to check out more of my videos or subscribe if you feel the urge. And if you want to see about 30 minutes of Adam and I playing Halo after this video is recorded, go over to my Patreon page and you can check it out there. Thanks again and have a great day.